What's going on, guys? It's Jordan back today with today's first video. And in today's first video, we're going to take a look at Bitcoin and see exactly where my target is for a swing trade that I could be opening if a couple parameters are met. But first, these have to be met, and I'm going to show you exactly what they are and show you exactly what my target is up here, guys. So if that sounds good to you guys and you guys are new to the channel and ended up liking today's content, make sure you guys smack the subscribe button down below so you don't miss any of my 2 daily videos and live streams. All right, guys, but let's not waste any more of your time and jump straight on in to the hourly chart here before we get into my possible swing trade setup, okay? But as you guys can see here, we have a rising wedge here for Bitcoin that broke out actually yesterday, okay? And what we did, right, is we broke out of this ascending wedge, which is typically a bearish pattern, keep in mind. But as we know in this bull market, we tend to see bearish patterns actually break up to the upside. We've actually come back down and retested that as support. Now, on the hourly candle, I would like to see us get a bullishly engulfing candle here to confirm the kind of move back up to the upside. But if that doesn't happen, it's not the end of the world. It's going to involve my exact swing trade that I could possibly be opening for Bitcoin if we get this exact pattern to play out. But I first wanted to show you this rising wedge, how we did break out of it, and we're literally just coming back down to back test it right now. And if we continue up from here, that is perfectly fine, and we won't even have to open my trade. But if we look here, guys, this is the exact trade I'm talking about. So let me get rid of these lines first, and let me zoom back out here. So what we have here, guys, is a possible cup and handle pattern that may be forming. Now, the reason why I say this is we've seen many altcoins actually form this cup and handle pattern. If you guys have been watching my streams, you know that there's like dozens of altcoins that have formed this cup and handle pattern before Bitcoin has possibly formed it. Now, what are the parameters? Well, we have our 24-hour EMA, right? That's been holding us as support on this recent run up. You can see once here, guys, once here. So if we actually did come back down to retest that 24-hour EMA, while also retesting our previous local high back here from late February, guys, we could be forming our handle for our cup, right? So if we come out here, retest this 4-hour, right, round out here, and continue up, you can see we might have the forming of a cup and handle. Now, what would confirm this for me, guys, is two things, right? We have to come back down and retest. We have to come back down a little lower and retest this 4-hour EMA at the 20 EMA, guys. And we also have to come back down and retest somewhere, it doesn't have to be perfect, but somewhere around our recent high to confirm that as support. And I think we end up doing that anyways, even this pattern doesn't play out, just because Bitcoin always tends to come back down and retest its local highs at some point. So watch for this round out here, guys. And what our target would be if we do round out there, guys, is our bottom of our cup to our really our cup neckline, where the coffee would spill over, I guess you could say, to make it interesting. And then we extrapolate that at our cup high. You can see our measure move target, guys, is all the way up here towards $73,000 if that was to play out. And it's not just that, guys. There's a lot of confluence around that $73,000 to $75,000 area that we'll look at next. But watch for these confirmations first. And what I would do if this does play out is wait for a dip back down, guys. And if we do round out here over the next day or two, I would put a buy order once we break this resistance line at about, our last local top at about approximately about 61,750. If we break that back up to the upside after rounding out first, we got to round out first, then we could put this trade up and take profits along the way. But our ultimate target is about 72,600 on this measure move breakout of this cup and handle, guys. But switching on over to the daily chart, you can see another confluence reason why that could be our target here is we have this big rising wedge that's been playing out for Bitcoin. You can see the support has been big, right? Our last 3 dips on the daily, right, went down to this yellow line. 1, 2, 3, and actually 4 right here. So is it possible we come back up and retest the top of this resistance? Well, if we extend this resistance out, guys, where we are now, right, you can see if we went straight up from here, that would put us somewhere around 68,000, but we probably won't go straight up from there. We take a couple days over, and you can see, guys, it's almost perfect. It comes out to like 72,000, 73,000, somewhere in this area. if we did slowly start to creep up here, back up to the top of this wedge. So look out for that, guys. That could also be a reason why that could be our next local top if we were to go up to that level. Also, guys, what's very important on this daily chart is we have our daily support bands, right? So I have our 50-day moving average, our 20-day moving average, and our 150-day moving average. The reason I had a 150 is because that was our low, the lowest we went on this bull run so far, guys. We usually come back down to either the 20-day or the 50-day, as you guys can see here. Let me get rid of this wedge real quick. But you can see all the way on our run up, we either come back down to the 20-day, which is the orange line, or we come back down to the 50-day moving average, which is the blue line. So pretty good support there. We came back down to the white line once, which is the 150-day, only one time. But most of the time we hold the first two as support all the way on a run up. And it was the same thing in 2017, guys. You look here. We held this band all the way on the way up, either bouncing off the 2050 or 150 all the way on the way up. You can see how big the 150 was, where we came back down to it once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, right? So big stuff there, big stuff there. And but you can also see we never, once we got super parabolic in 2017, guys, we actually never went back down to the 150 past September. We just kept pumping up to the upside, and the lowest we went is that 50-day moving average. So is the lowest we're going to go now around that 50-day moving average? It's certainly possible, and that stands at about 47,126 right now. So that's like probably the lowest we would go in the short term, in my personal opinion. I don't think we go lower than that 50-day moving average until we start, getting slightly bearish in the short term. Okay, guys. So that's what we're looking at on the daily chart. Big stuff going on there. Now let's look at the weekly chart, and this is another reason why the confluence around that 73,000 to 75,000 level makes so much sense. You look here, guys. From your swing, from your last bull market swing high to your last bear market swing low, right? You can see, your 4.236 Fibonacci, which is our last long-term Fibonacci target that we have for Bitcoin, guys, is about 74,631. So very, very close to that $73,000 area, and that's another reason why we could top out locally at that level. But we also have this 3.618 target at about 64,000 approximately. So, I mean, if we did confirm that cup and handle, I would maybe take some profits around 64,000 just in case we get, a little speed bump there, maybe for a week or two before moving on up. But yeah, guys, that's 73,000 to 75,000 level. I have so much confidence, whether it's our measure move breakout of the possible cup and handle that's forming, like a lot of other altcoins have been forming. This is not just pure speculation. It's based upon altcoins that have already pumped, making the same exact reversal pattern. So not just based off pure speculation. And then also our rising wedge that we had on the daily, that's where we could top out. And also our long-term fib target is up there as well. So hope you guys enjoyed today's first video. If you guys are new, like I said, make sure you guys smash that subscribe button down below so you don't miss any of my content. I'll be coming out with a bunch of new stuff on this channel, so make sure you guys are tuned for that. Also, if you guys are already subscribed, make sure you press that like button down below. Appreciate that as well. And go follow me on Twitter if you haven't already. We're trying to hit 700 followers on Twitter by the end of this week, and I think we can easily crush that goal with all you guys going over there. That's how you guys are going to get updates on when I upload, when I go live, all that fun stuff. So make sure you guys do that as well. And I'll see you guys in the next upload coming up shortly, and the live stream later if you don't watch that. All right? Peace out, fellas.